Hello and welcome to another PlanetDestiny video. This is Patrick Casey, otherwise known as Holtzman, and today I will be going over the Bungie Weekly Update. This is the week of October 24th, 2014. This update is pretty much exclusively about the Iron Banner. They do mention how the Queen's Wrath event did not live up to expectations at all, and they're putting some serious time into it. They don't go into any details other than that it's quote-unquote been put into the oven. However, for the Iron Banner, they do go into a little bit more detail, and they actually name some specific things that they're going to be changing. First off, they have noted that the power level and level advantages in PvP had been kind of grossly misrepresented in the Iron Banner. They are changing it so that you have to be level 20 plus to enter. You can enter in if you're under level 20 as long as you have the fire team leader over level 20. I'm not sure if I like that. I feel that this should be, a level 20 plus event if they're going to do that. There shouldn't be a way to get in. They also say that they will find it very challenging if they get in and they're under level 20. I think that just kind of reinforces the idea that they're not fully committing to the idea that this needs to be something for, the more geared players in PvP. The biggest thing that they address is the quitting. That was a huge problem in the Iron Banner. I lost multiple matches just because in the first minute it looked like we were losing and half my team quit. What they're doing to change this now is that while people that stay the entire match and lose will get a medal. It's called a Medallion of Iron on the loss. And upon their next win, any medallion that you have in your inventory will convert into a reputation gain, almost equal to a win. I like this, but I feel that it's more of a band-aid solution to the overall problem of leaving in PvP in general. While I feel that this might actually change stuff for the Iron Banner itself, I think they also need to apply something similar to this to the overall Crucible type gameplay. It's very frustrating to try to get any of your PvP bounties done when you have a lot of teammates leaving. Bungie also goes on to note the armor and weapons from the Iron Banner weren't really up to par for what people were expecting from such a kind of illustrious event. They are going to be moving the light level of the armor up to level 30, so it'll be comparable to raid armor in terms of stats. So those of you that really only want a PvP will still be able to get to level 30 with this. I think this is great since it reinforces the idea that the Iron Banner, is really made to be about showing off your gear, showing off, how high of a level you can get. In addition, the Iron Banner weapons that were viable side grades for most players, they're going to expand on the options that are available for them there. I don't know exactly what that means, but they say the weapon types will go from 2 to 4 and divided between drops and match victory. And then there's going to be more to purchase from the actual Lord Saladin in the tower. More drops, that's great, in my opinion. More weapons, people are going to enjoy getting some more stuff. The thing that I'm most happy about seeing, truthfully, is that they're changing the bounties for the Iron Banner. Whenever I would log on for the first part of the day, go to the bounty vendor and then see the bounties for the Iron Banner and only see maybe one that I think would be possible for me to even do, that was just so demoralizing that you didn't even want to go compete in the Iron Banner. They're going to be toning down some of the bounties a little bit more and just making them a little bit easier to actually complete in a day. They're also going to be moving the bounties from the bounty vendor to Lord Saladin, at least the Iron Banner ones. I think this is another really nice thing. You'll actually be able to go over there, kind of have a one-stop shop for everything related to the Iron Banner. I think it would be good if they also had the PvP bounties, just the normal Crucible bounties on Lord Saladin, so in case you don't really think that you can do all of the Iron Banner ones, you'll be able to pick up some of the Crucible ones that you can also complete at the same time. In addition to all this, they're also going to be introducing a new feature, one that I think is a very welcome feature. The Timir's Lash hand cannon that was really rewarded only as a drop from a random drop. It was really cool because it would always have different features on it, and it would result in some pretty cool configurations. The But, sometimes, you get this awesome drop and it's like, oh, well, I can't use any of these stats, or these stats are just not interesting to my playstyle at all. They're introducing the ability to re-roll all of the upgrades, but it'll also reset any progression. Right now, they're stating that if you want to reforge the weapon, it will cost a small number of motes of light. I don't really agree with motes of light being used here, as you can already kind of use them in their separate areas. What I think would be a really great thing would be a glimmer sink. It would be really great to get one of these weapons and then just to sink a ton of glimmer trying to get the absolute best upgrades for yourself. Right now, the game is really kind of missing a glimmer sink aside from the Cryptarch and buying ammo synths. So I think they need to maybe rethink the process that they're going to use for reforging. And for those of you that couldn't play every single day and, complete all the bounties and just, essentially devote your week to this game, they're introducing a new feature called Tempered, where Lord Saladin will offer a 12-hour buff called Tempered, and it will boost your Iron Banner reputation gains. And as the week goes forward, the boost will become increasingly potent. To help players, that can really only play for, 2 hours on the weekend or something, you'll still be able to possibly catch up. And in the Iron Banners after next, they're going to expect to further tune these abilities bonuses by increasing their potency, but limit their effects to lower ranks. So you're not going to be able to just, keep using this at the higher ranks to keep ranking up even higher quicker. They then go on to talk about how they wanted to reset the reputation every time the event resets, and that's something that I'm very glad that they're reconsidering. I remember them talking about it in the beta, but they never actually went through with it there, and I was hoping it wouldn't make it through to live. It looks like it just became very clear to them that most of the players just cannot, reach a rank that they can actually buy something from the vendor. So they're just essentially doing all of this for nothing. In the next Iron Banner, they're going to you will still have the rank that you last achieved, but they want players to still come together for a few nights. So they're increasing the rank to rank 5. And then they're going to be doing some adjustments to helping you get a higher rank a little bit quicker. I imagine they're also going to be adjusting the loot that you get, so it's not going to be, after rank 2, I think it was, you could start getting random drop weapons, and after rank 3, you could get the ship or something like that, or just even more rewards. In future Iron Banner events, they go on to say that they're going to try to change over from reputation to an event standing model, where you're going to increase in rank, but only after, they better tune the effort required to reach the higher ranks. And I think that's great. I think we need something kind of akin to WoW arenas or just ranked matches from other video games in general, where, people are going to be going up against other people of their skill level. And I think Iron Banner would be a wonderful place to really show that off. Of course, at the end of all this, they say that some of the above changes are still undergoing internal testing, and they may encounter critical issues that force them to postpone a change. They'll keep you posted. So, they're just notifying you that here's what we're thinking about doing. Don't expect all of it to happen. I think really all of what they said really needs to happen to make Iron Banner worthwhile, or else it's just gonna be kind of pointless. Bungie says to expect the Iron Banner back before the end of the year. I really hope it's a lot sooner than that, because right now there's not a whole lot to do for some of us in the game. We run our weekly raids, we do our dailies, and while we're not exactly living in the game, we have a little bit more time to spend, and there's just not a lot to really do except kill stuff in the Crucible for the most part. So I'm really hoping that maybe the Trials of Osiris is not something that's going to be coming out in the DLC. I hope that would maybe come out during November or something. That would be fantastic to really apply all the PvP knowledge I've gained to a nice 3v3 event. After they address all the concerns with the Iron Banner, they do note that there have been some connecting issues over the weekend from people in Europe. They do say that most of those issues have been resolved, as a bunch of other error codes that keep popping up. Apparently Xbox 360 users were encountering a Stingray error, and they couldn't sign into Destiny. Fortunately, it looks like they're getting most of these connection errors sorted out, so everyone should be able to start consistently playing the game. Now if they just fix their netcode in the Crucible, I think they'll have a real winner here. This has been Patrick Casey with PlanetDestiny.com, your guide to the Destiny universe.